Hello, my name is Rachel Reese. I'm a sophomore, a political science major, a history minor, a public affairs certificate candidate, and a Challenge 2050 student, most importantly. Over 90% of academic programs are instructor-centered and have knowledge that they want to throw at students. But what makes Challenge 2050 so unique is that Challenge 2050 believes the students themselves possess this knowledge that we all want to throw into society. So upon entering this class, I was initially shocked to think that we lack people capable of addressing complex adaptive challenges in the world. So I set a goal to be an agent of change myself and bridge the gap in capability. So through pursuing this goal, Challenge 2050 has engaged me in my own self-development and really taught me that knowledge only goes so far. One of the things I love about Challenge 2050 is the support system provided. I felt as if our tiny classroom was a microcosm of the real world. My classmates and I all exhibit ethnic, academic, and ideological diversity. And I, a political science major, could interact with nutrition students, environmental scientists, all people with different interests but a similar passion for advancing the world. This diversity became a most salient factor in working as a team for innovation proposals. So it created a really dynamic environment, but it also presented many challenges. I personally wanted to tackle an issue in urban farming because I have a background in sustainable community development. But one of my group members wanted to incorporate public health in our project, while another group member wanted to incorporate technology. So we came up with a proposal to install biodigesters in elementary schools. And this technology is something that can be applied in urban farms and urban communities, and something that can improve the population's health and the environmental quality. So this proposal is something that kind of combined all of our interests. Initially, I was frustrated by our conflicting ideas, but by compromising and remaining open to suggestions, I was able to develop an innovative solution and learn about an emerging technology I'd never heard of. So not only through this process did I learn about something new, like the new technology, but I learned about myself and how I work with others. My group situation modeled a common real-world scenario. People's varying work ethics and priorities do not necessarily have to hinder success, as long as everyone capitalizes on their personal strengths and respects the contributions of others. This approach is something I plan to bring out to the real world in large-scale problem solving. And through this, I came to see team building as more than a tool, but as a process that enhanced my communication, which is another tool. Communication is not really only important because of styles, phrasing, and delivery, but it's the process of communicating ideas that can inspire innovation and creativity because we're always articulating and receiving diverse perspectives. The concept of transdisciplinary communication in Challenge 2050 was pretty uncomfortable for me, because it introduced a lot of unfamiliar jargon and issues outside my range of knowledge. Projects without detailed rubrics and assignments without specifics were also something that pushed me outside my comfort zone. But amidst all this discomfort, I grew to be okay with gray areas and, in fact, embrace them. In the real world, problem solving does not come easy. There's no panacea for world hunger and no single remedy going to solve all environmental ills. So learning to be okay with uncertainty on this minuscule level in the classroom will help me accept uncertainty on a global level and treat it as an opportunity to experiment, to fail, to learn, to plan. And these issues of uncertainty, such as global health and human dignity, social equity, economic justice, are in part uncertain to me because I haven't experienced them all. But if I'm going to be an agent of global change, as I've pledged myself to do in Challenge 2050, I have to think outside myself. And this realization is what hit home for me about Challenge 2050. We're all personally affected by these issues because this world is our future, and we should all therefore care. I like to think that we're borrowing this world from posterity, and anything I borrow, I return intact, if not in better condition than when I received it. And that's exactly how I plan to channel the skills I've acquired in Challenge 2050 to build humanity's future. So even if I did not single-handedly create global warming or food insecurity, I play a role in contributing to processes that shape these issues, and so does everyone else. And I would feel moral guilt if I just sat here. So this is where my sense of personal efficacy and moral responsibility kicks in. The world is our home, so the destruction of its systems represent the destruction of ourselves. And once we see ourselves as a part of it, it becomes a lot more important to us.